Hey, what's going on, guys? Before I even get into the video, I have a petition down below. Make sure you guys go and click it and sign it if you want to see a Lowkey Fire in the Booth Part 2. And tweet this video to Charlie, or tweet that Facebook post to Charlie. Facebook it to Charlie. Facebook it to whoever controls the Fire in the Booth. Facebook it to BBC. Tweet it to BBC, because I want to see a Lowkey Fire in the Booth Part 2. If you want to see the Fire in the Booth Part 2, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't want to see it, hit that thumbs down button. So I want to see what you guys are thinking for this one. Let's get into the video now. Peace. Not peace, because we're getting into the video. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Itstooblunt in the building.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Itstooblunt back in the building. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Now let's just jump right into this. First off, I'd like to thank all of you guys in the comment section on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube for letting me know that Lowkey did post something about this on Twitter. On Facebook earlier today. I don't have a Facebook. I need to make a Facebook because he seems like he's really active on that, and I want to contact him personally, so I will be doing that soon. But yeah, man, if you guys didn't see my video a few months ago, this video is pretty much about I saw this petition on one of my comments. It's a petition to get Lowkey in the Fire in the Booth Part 2. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see that. I don't know if he's still actively making music, but this petition, they got like 200 signatures right now. I did my thing. All you have to do is sign the petition, you know, give an email or something like that. You don't have to type a message at all. But if we can get this petition up to like 1,000 or something like that, because I would like to see Lowkey in the Fire in the Booth Part 2, which I'm sure a lot of people would like to see as well. So it may not work, but I mean, if we get enough signatures, at least if we get a few thousand signatures or a couple hundred, and he sees the response from the people that really want to see him, he might get in the Fire in the Booth. Subscriber hit me up talking about he wants to start a petition for Lowkey to get a Fire in the Booth Part 2, and I did a video about it and linked the petition in the description down below so you guys can go and vote. And it got, you know, a good amount of votes, and I thought that maybe possibly that could be a catalyst for Lowkey's Fire in the Booth Part 2 to happen. However, like, nothing happened until I saw this post from Lowkey on Facebook from all of you guys sending it to me, and I was kind of shocked that this is the case. Now, if you guys don't know, Lowkey's Fire in the Booth, it was last released 7 years ago. It's sitting on almost 5 million views. That's a lot of views for a Fire in the Booth now.
End up on the rhythm when I kill him with a lyrical. Finish up my dinner, then I drill him with a syllable. Don't really care what you did or what you didn't do. Little fools are minuscule, spitting isn't difficult. You found your main, cause I'm out on main. Compound saying king for the crown and grime. I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. I'm a fountain of acid, you're alkaline.
And he doesn't have a Part 2 yet. And I just thought it was because he probably didn't want to do one. However, it seems like he did want to do one, because from this post that I'm going to read you guys, he contacted them months ago and he hasn't gotten a response yet. So let me read it for you, and then I'll break down what I think about what's going on here. So Lowkey on Facebook says, I've been trying to contact Charlie Sloth since June to do a Fire in the Booth Part 2 and have not been replied to or had my calls answered or returned. We had tentatively planned to do one on the 14th of June, which ironically became the fateful disaster we all mourn. Therefore, doing it that day was an impossibility. Since then, I have not been responded to. Is it normal for an artist to have a Fire in the Booth with almost 5 million views and people across the globe petitioning for a Part 2 and to be completely ignored for almost a half a year? If you want to see a Fire in the Booth, it's on him, Charlie Sloth, not me, Lowkey. So yeah, you guys can take from that what you want to take from that, but I'll give you my opinions on what I feel from that now. So he said he was supposed to have a Fire in the Booth Part 2, but then a tragedy happened, and since that tragedy happened, he hasn't got a response or a call back, or basically he feel like he's being ignored. Now, it could be a few things. It could be that he is being ignored, or it could be that Charlie Sloth is too busy, or BBC Radio is you know, not really up for it. Now, if you guys don't know Lowkey, he's a super political, lyrical artist who really talks about the truths of what's really going on.
The world's entertainer, the world's devastator. From Venezuela to Mesopotamia. Your cameras lie cause they have to hide the savage crimes committed on leaders that happen to try and nationalize.
I like him. What I'm hearing you dig is I mean, basically it sounds like someone telling a story. Someone that did research on over here, doing homework, what's going on over here, telling a story there. Honestly, I like the way he came across.
I rock with it. I mean, just from being here from the States, just rocking with music and stuff like this. Dude did his research, and he's telling a real story.
Yeah,
the story that people in America don't want to believe or don't really want to listen
because
to.
they're blinded by it.
Exactly. So I think more of this needs to be out there. 100%.
I'm not sure if that's what BBC Radio or whoever controls the fire in the booth are stopping him from doing. That could be a possibility. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying it might be. But that could be one. Or they're straight up ignoring him for I'm not sure what reason. I can only speculate at this moment. So until we get like an answer from Charlie Sloth or BBC Radio or whoever controls the fire in the booth emails or requests or stuff like that, I really don't know what to say, man. Because I'm sure if you guys want to see a low-key fire in the booth, go and sign that petition that I have linked in the description down below, or even so hit a like on, or even so like the video so I can see who wants to see a low-key fire in the booth. Like the video if you really want to see it. Dislike it if you don't want to see it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I do really want to see Lowkey's Fire in the Booth Part 2. I think it's long overdue. Since he should have had his fire in the booth since he came back into the scene, in my opinion. But he's an artist that you should be jumping on for a fire in the booth because he will bring a lot of traction. Because Lowkey, when he drops something meaningful. And I think a lot of people can learn from what Lowkey has to say, you know what I'm saying? He's not just some artist that's gonna come there and spit a few trash bars and just, you know, get a few 100,000 views. Lowkey is an artist that when he spits something, it talks to the masses. It's universal. He touches so many hearts, man, if you guys feel what I'm saying. And it's kind of weird because we're seeing these fire in the booth from people who are a lower tier lyrically than Lowkey, you know, left and right, getting fire in the booths and stuff like that. And you know, some of their fire in the booths, they're not really that good. But Lowkey, who's a quality artist like this, doesn't have a fire in the booth happen yet. I'm not sure if it's just negligence due to somebody on the other side. Maybe they saw the email and they're supposed to send it to Charlie or supposed to send it to BBC, whoever takes control of the fire in the booth, and they just probably never got around to it. But if you are watching this video, please, we have to make this happen because we would greatly appreciate you if we get a Lowkey Fire in the Booth Part 2. It's long overdue. It's been 7 years. We can't wait a decade to get another Fire in the Booth from this guy. With all the events that have happened this year, with everything that's going on right now, I think if you drop this right now at this moment, it will go big. Because Lowkey, I'm sure he has a lot of stuff piled up, man. And from the time June to now, that's a few more months of stuff that's just been adding on and adding on and adding on. So this fire in the booth might even, it could possibly be a 30-minute fire in the booth. Who knows? Because I'm sure he has a lot of stuff piled up to talk about and to rap about. I want to hear what Lowkey has to say on his fire in the booth because I know it's going to be something meaningful that everyone who listens to it, well, most of them, can appreciate where he's coming from and what he's saying. Because Lowkey isn't an artist that just spits random stuff. He spits life and he spits politics. He spits everything that's going on around him and everything that's going around everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's my understanding of Lowkey's post. I hope to see this fire in the booth happen before the end of this year because he obviously wants to do it and I want to see him do it. You guys in the comment section want to see him do it. So go and sign that petition, man. Let's make sure we keep this petition going up because it's just unfair to have all of these other artists on fire in the booths who aren't really that good and for Lowkey to be ignored. I'm not sure if he's being ignored, but that's how it feels to him and that's possibly what's going on. So I can only speculate on that end. So hey man, we gotta get this, we gotta get Lowkey Fire in the Booth Part 2, man. Just make it happen. This is that easy. Saturday, just make it happen. But like, hey, call him up, make it happen. I'm sure you guys can say, hey man, I know you were supposed to be up this Saturday, whoever you are, guy, but we gotta put Lowkey on this Saturday because it's Lowkey. You feel what I'm saying? I don't mean to sound insulting, but I'm just saying it is what it is. So Itstooblunt about to sign out. Hopefully we get a Lowkey Fire in the Booth Part 2 coming soon. If not, then I'll be highly upset. Like, for real, man. Let's make it happen, Charlie. Charlie, let's make it happen. Charlie, please. Let's make it happen.